We're going to do week 11 right now. We're going to get into it. As I had already started the other night, Philadelphia beat Washington. Saquon Barkley ran all over Washington in the second half. Washington's one of those teams. They still about another year or two away. Just need a little touch up with Jaden Daniels. Got to finish up close games. But Philadelphia looking like they're probably the second best team in the NFC behind Detroit. Miami spanked Las Vegas. That was not a surprise. The Raiders are kind of just going through the motions. The Dolphins are one of those teams, one of those under 500 to 500 teams. They're going to win a few games, but next year we'll see what they got. It's over with pretty much this year. New Orleans beat Cleveland, but it was a typical Cleveland kind of thing. Jameson Winston looked good in the Jameson Winston Bowl, but Taysom Hill, who all he does is third down conversions, and Derek Carr. New Orleans looked like they sells the first 2 weeks. It's too late though, but somebody had to win the game. Minnesota spanked Tennessee. Sam Darnold did enough, even though Will Lewis had that 190-yard pass to Westbrook. But, teams like Tennessee, the Raiders, Cleveland, they're only good for like a half of parts. So Minnesota is still kind of like an asterisk type of team. We really don't know if they're that good or not. Green Bay beat Chicago. Pucci missed at the end. That was another thing with this Sunday. A lot of missed field goals, your typical shank and shot. Jordan Love won. Green Bay is another one of those teams. I don't know who's really legit out of Green Bay and Minnesota, but they could be a problem. Detroit beat Jacksonville, spanked them, embarrassed them. Jacksonville sucks. The only reason Doug Peterson comes back next year as coach of Jacksonville is if he has videotape, like if he's got some videotapes or something, because that's the only way he comes back. And when you're stuck with Mac and Cheese Jones, you're done. Detroit is the best team in the NFC, but this wasn't even worth the price of admission. The Rams beat New England. The Rams offense, Coop and K-Nup are pretty scary. The Rams are such a hit and miss team. But when their offense is gelling, they can be a problem. They just don't stay consistent. The next game was a slugfest. Pittsburgh beat Baltimore. Pittsburgh is just finding ways to nickel and dime. Mike Tomlin continues to be arguably the coach of the year, maybe because no one saw Pittsburgh like this. He had a quarterback that nobody wanted to start and another quarterback nobody wanted because they thought he was immature. He's gotten wins with both quarterbacks. Sometimes they say two quarterbacks, you don't have anyone. He's defying logic. Lamar Jackson didn't really finish this game up. If you can make Baltimore play ugly, that's the problem that they run into. Pittsburgh is finding ways to win. Keep your eye on them. Seattle beat San Francisco. Geno Smith, Brock Purdy's actually been balling, but the 49ers, of course, what I say about Kyle Shanahan, shenanigans, can't finish games up. It's taking its toll right now. They're getting exposed. Indy beat the Jets. Give props up to Anthony Richardson because he had them not, saying he needed rest. He came up big in this game. Aaron Rodgers, you need to go ahead and hang it up. You look old. You're done. You're cooked. The Jets, for all getting rid of Robert Saleh, have only won, a game or so. They stink. They're already playing for ping pong balls. And they should go ahead and just, tank because they suck right now. The game of the day, of course, was Buffalo and Kansas City, and the Buffalo Bills came through. Josh Allen had that big-time run. They did enough against Mahomes on the defense, enough to keep him off the field, and enough to ball control. I do think you'll see these two teams again in the postseason, but let's hope it's different for the Bills in the postseason. They snapped Kansas City's long winning streak, and for now, the Bills probably got a chance to be the second seed as long as they can stay ahead of Baltimore. And we'll see what happens with Kansas City, but very impressive for the Bills. Big-time win. They needed it, and they did make a statement. Good defensive game. And the Chargers beat Cincinnati. Oh, buddy, it's Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow reversing code because Herbert had the problem that Burrow's got. Couldn't finish up close games. Chargers are winning a little bit. Herbert's coming on. Don't get excited, but Chargers are making some noise, though. As far as Cincinnati, their season's about done. I don't think Burrows they play much better than he is. Their defense sucks. They pop off too much, and they get, short-sighted real quick. So far, that's week 11. Houston playing Dallas. If Houston don't win the game, they stink. They're in a problem if they can't figure this one out because Dallas is there for the taking. But I'll review the game tomorrow. I'll get to it. But so far, that's week 11. Some interesting games this weekend. season's starting to shape up, but you still kind of see who the pretenders and the contenders are. So that's how the week went. Let me know how your team did below. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share the video if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.